Hi, I'm Jeremy from Sparrowhawk 3D. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you the basic functions of my Cloth Deformer plugin. To keep it simple, I'll just start with a few primitive objects and a drop sheet. For the sheet of cloth, I'll use a vertex object with a grid of about 1,000 polygons. With the object that you want to turn into cloth selected, switch to the Modifiers tab and add the Sparrowhawk 3D Cloth Deformer. The most important thing to correctly set is the simulation time period. The plugin uses Carrara's sequence of start and end times. You must set the progress slider to be 0 at the start of the simulation and 100% at the end, with no keyframes in between. Switch to the Cloth Collisions tab to select which objects in the scene to drape over and collide with. Adjust the surface offset to suit the scale of the scene. This will create a space between the cloth and the objects it drapes over. Normally, you'll want to record the simulation and store the results. Record mode will allow you to run a more accurate, but slower, simulation. Enable record mode, prime the recording, then hit the Run Simulation button and wait for it to finish. As the vertices of the cloth fall, move and drape, they need enough time in the steps loop to pull together and settle. Set a higher simulation steps value for more complex cloth interactions. The recording FPS value is very important for collisions with moving objects. When the cloth and objects in the scene are moving quickly, you will need to set a higher FPS value, or the collisions will be missed and objects will pass through the cloth. You can now safely task switch while the simulation is running. It will need to use one CPU core, so avoid using any applications that also require a lot of multiprocessing power. Now we can play the simulation back and look at the result. I recommend that you use primitive objects wherever possible. These give faster and smoother results with my simulator, especially during animations. And that covers the basic operation of my cloth simulator. Thank you for watching.